Hello, everybody. So I am, of course, Dara Thomason, the life coach for quilters, and I'm here with my beautiful client, Angela Carpenter, all the way from New Zealand. Angela and I met back in Salt Lake in 2015, 2018, 16, something like that.
16.
And
Yeah.
then we saw each other again in Houston, or not Houston, in Portland. And Angela hired me back in April 2020, just at the peak of COVID. So I wanted Angela just to share her experiences of what it was like to have me as a life coach, what tools you've learned, and your experience as you continue to work on all of the weight loss, mental, emotional stuff that comes along with it.
So when I saw Dara's little a thing on Instagram, I think, promoting herself, and I'd been through like with my marriage a few rough months, and my self-esteem, my view of myself as what I looked like and how people perceive me, and my relationship with my children, the I was always there for them. I've got 5 children, so I was feeling not so great about myself, and my weight, was far too much. And I have fibromyalgia, so I felt that the next step I'd tried Weight Watcher, as over the years I'd tried some things. And so I thought, I don't know, it was a light bulb moment, and I made contact with Dara and proceeded with one-on-one coaching. My focus was on weight loss, because I wanted to obviously reduce my pain, my symptoms, and losing weight and eating better, and all those things were the next thing for me to try. And I was sort of so we embarked on that journey, and little did I know that that's not all I was going to learn. So through the process and learning the protocol, I learned a lot about myself and how to deal with emotions. And I hadn't realized that obviously I actually didn't love myself, and didn't even really appreciate myself at all, or didn't really give myself value. And through the process and working through the protocol and the program with Dara, I've learned to rather than bottle up the emotions and get stressed about certain situations, I've learned to work through a model to deal with. I lost 20 kilos, and through the last months, and my family dynamics have changed, and we've been through quite a bit of trauma, and we've ended up with 2 of our grandchildren having to live with us. And so the working through the reasons why that came about, and Dara there to work through, we could do the best by our grandchildren that we could, as well as trying to serve myself and love myself and take care of myself. it's been a real humps and hollows thing, but you know, I've haven't lost any. I put a bit on, and I'm just getting back on, and I've lost another couple of the kilos of what I've put on. But it very became not just about, as I was reminded, there is also, it's a life coach, and we did a lot of life coaching, and honestly it changed my life. And more than, I mean, I didn't really know what I was getting into when I first contacted or what it was going to be. I was focused, I needed to lose weight, and I didn't realise how, I'm allowed to say that, how crap I felt about myself and how little I valued myself. And that all came out through doing the program. And, you know, even now, I've still got a lot of weight to lose, but I am real comfortable, even what I look like now. I don't, you know, I don't care what other people think. You know, I'm happy, and I know that I can do it. And I've made a choice that my focus is being on those two little girls that we need to, and loving them and loving myself and building relationships and that at the moment. And I know, and that's okay. And I've put boundaries with my kids, you know, they're just cool. And my patchwork business is run from home, that I'm building on the property. So, you know, they're just call in, and the work at home that wasn't really appreciated, you know, just calling on mum. And so I've put boundaries in place for that, and it's about that, but it's just been accepted. My kids are, my relationship with my adult children is really great. And it's just, even though there's been a lot of tears, and there's been because I've learned to face the negatives and the balance of life, with the negative to the positive. And sometimes I felt the negatives have outweighed the positives. But with using the model and working with Dara to work through that, it's like, think, okay, that happened. You know, how are we gonna, you know, that we can change. We're actually in more control, I think. And it's just like taking that deep breath and working through, and the model, and it was thought downloads. I'm not really great at journaling, but I'm a great one. I love talking it out to get it off my chest, you know. So I've frustrating with at times, but it's been, I would recommend it to anybody. So sure, I could have lost a lot more weight in the last 12 months, but you know, I don't believe, like 12 months ago, I wouldn't have sat here and said to you, well, I should care about that. That's okay. Because I'm awesome, and I've achieved some of the things. And I would just love all women to be able to say that about themselves. And so if you feel that you can't say that, and that you need to, and you'd like to, like working with Dara, I did one-on-one, but I know there's the group stuff, and unfortunately with the time difference and with having little kids waking up early, like I couldn't partake in that the same, but I have been able to look at that, and what, you know, ladies have got out of that as well. So it's just, what I've witnessed is that because I am, my kids have, or the people around me said, you know, they've got me back, their mum back, Angela's back, and it's that I'm more laid back, you know, I'm not all wound up about stuff, and I'm more chilled out, and you know, when we're not up and stressing and at people because we're stressed about something, we're more fun. We have more fun. We have more. You create more happy. So yeah, I couldn't recommend it more, really. So love yourself, ladies.
So good. Well,
and
yeah.
and just if you're looking to embark on that journey, like working with your Dara's been like amazing, and I feel I've got the tools, and now I subconsciously just use the model when I've got to make a decision about something. It's very quick, ding 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 ding, down the list, and makes it easier to make decisions about. Doesn't even have to be about big things,
right?
And yeah.
Well, I love your story, Angela, because what you're saying is, like, this is the funnest part ever. You have actually lost 20 kilos in a pandemic with a lot of family things going on. You had grandkids moving in, you had all sorts of upheaval, and you still lost 20 kilos, which is a ton of weight. And now you have a way to keep losing that weight, but you're just loving yourself in that process. So this is amazing. It has been such a pleasure to work with you, and I love that you have those tools. You're going to be such a better human to yourself and to your family. And one of my favorite things about Angela is her husband, calls me her girl. He's like, "What would your girl say?" So I'm Angela's girl. I love it. All right. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Happy day. Okay. Bye-bye.